Good morning, welcome to Something Saturday. So today I thought we'd have a quick look at the Take a Bow bundle. Now this actually has designer series papers, which a couple of weeks ago I showed you all the DSP in the catalogue. This one just has 4 different sheets and it has, I think there's about 8 of them, so of each design. So that is what they look like. And let's tuck that over there. And then also in the bundle is this big die which cuts all these shapes. So as you can see here, it gives you 3 of the big ones, 2 of the next size down, and then 1 small one. So I'm not 100% sure why it does it in that order, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe that's the reason, is that they've made it up like that. So I didn't make it up like that because I couldn't work it out. So mine looks a little bit more triangular than theirs does, but it still works. It still looks kind of cute. And I thought I would show you how I've made that and then show you a couple of extra things as well. So let's put that over there. And I actually ran 3 pieces of the designer series paper all at the same time through this so that I could get a whole heap of different ones like this. So there we go, that's what I've got. So I've got 3 of each, and 3 of each of these, and 3 of each of the little one as well. So now the cool thing with this, let me make sure we're in focus and we're not, yes, we're looking good, excellent. Cool thing with this is that when you do it like this, you see how, probably easier actually this way around. That's it. You see how it's got the that shape on the end of it? That shape actually lines up nicely so that you can make it look like a nice curve. And where is my... Okay, excellent, that's gone. Right, I'm just after my... never mind. We will we'll glow with glue dots, shall we? Even just go with glue dots rather than glow with them. So let's see, let's find a dot. I wonder which way round I actually want it. Do I want... That actually is quite pretty that way. I don't mind it at all. Okay, so we are going to glue dot, not whatever it was that I said beforehand. And you literally just add it together like that, and there you have a curve. Nice curve. In fact, we might need to have 2 glue dots on there. It's looking kind of like it wants to move off and do something else. So there we go. And yeah, you can see in theory that you can line up those lines on it and get that nice curve going. Then we will go with 2 more glue dots. One there and one there. I usually find with the glue dots, if you pop it on and then give it a little bit of a twist around, you'll find that they actually free up a little easier. And then, hopefully I have this right, pop those guys together. Why isn't that looking quite right? Hang on. Do I feel like I've done this wrong? I thought I had this sorted. Honestly, Heather. Yeah, no, that is right. That's right. That's how I want it. Yep. 1, 2. Probably because I didn't do it with glue dots last time. Where's the other one gone to? Maybe it's this one. I can't even think of the name of the other thing. Stamping seal. That's what I was after. So I was going to use the stamping seal to do this, but clearly that has done a runner on me somewhere. It'll turn up after the video, you can guarantee it. Anyway, so I've then gone ahead and put the 3 of those together like this to create my little triangle. That's the word I'm looking for here. Gee, maybe I'll just use my glue, my normal glue, and find my glue mat, because I'm just finding the glue dots are all very well and good, but they're taking a long time. 2, and let's put a little bit more glue. That's ironic, isn't it, if my glue runs out? So that's not what I want to do at all. So before that gets too well stuck, I've just realised that they're the big ones, and I want to keep those for later. Oh my goodness, I'm doing well here. All right, let's move to the smaller ones, shall we? Because they are the ones that I was planning on using. And I wonder whether I might use one of each, just for something a bit different. Don't know. Do I want it looking different? Oh my goodness. Decisions. Now I know what it's like when people come to my classes and I say, you can use this, this, or this. Oh no! What? You're giving us decisions? Kind of keen to keep to the same colour, to be honest, which now means that I'm going to have to cut out another set, I think, unless... don't know. Now I'm just going to go on to silent. I might cut out part of this video while I make my decision. Now I've decided that I would use the same colour cardstock. And so, as I was going to do the first time round, you want to just pop these so that they end up in a sort of triangular shape like that. And then once we've got that done, we can then add these ones in underneath. So again, they're going to sit in a triangular shape again. And I just did find that the triangular shape, they sort of sit quite nicely in that shape. And then I'm debating whether I put in one like that into the middle or go this way round in the middle. Kind of veering towards the red, to be perfectly honest. Oops. So it is nice the way that it all sort of lines up. So as you just curl it round like that, it does actually line up, because it's, you know, it should be the same width all the way along. So now let's just pop that down into there. Let's just hold that down with my take your pick tool for a sec. There we go. Now I can get my finger in there. So potentially you could just leave it like that, or then you could add some more onto the outside of it. So I've got 1, 2, I thought I'd done three of them. Oh, I did. Wow. Okay. So then I've got another 3 of these. And then, ooh, that's going to get complicated, isn't it? Now I don't know what colour to use on the outside of it. Do I go with that one again? Or do I go with that one? Oh, I think I like this one. So we will go... One. Oops. Wow. Come here. that. And that. So then we've got 3 more, and we can sit those nicely, tuck them right in under here. 1, 2, and 1 more. Oops. Come on, we can do this. 3. And there we go. So that is how you create the little, oh wow, I got glue everywhere, little bow, whatever you call it, you know, that you put on top of your gifts. So that's that one. And the next thing I thought we would have a go at is you can create other bows with this same thing. So what I want to do now is I want 1 of each of these. 1, 2, and the small ones, I've got 1 of each. And I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue to there. And I'm going to pop that together like that. So I've just put it so that it's just a little bit into the diagonally edgy bits. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Maybe. Perhaps. There we go. Got a bit of glue going. So same thing with this one. Just hold it together for a sec. And I probably should have used my bone scorer. Well, there you go. Because I actually do want it to be able to roll around slightly. Okay, so then you can pop those 2 on top of each other, and you can take the last one, and you probably don't need the whole of the last one, to be perfectly honest, and just wrap it round like that to create a little bow. Let's just maybe use half of this, I reckon. And we can use the other half for something else later. So I might pop a little bit of glue into the middle of these 2. Got 1, got 2, and then a little bit more glue onto there so I can stack them up nicely. And then if I can persuade the glue to actually work, we can then just fold that side over and that side over. There we go. Cute little bow like that. Okie dokes. So, oh, let's just get rid of this. Do the glue scrub off the hands thing. Just make sure the video is still in focus. It's looking amazingly good. That is excellent. Okay, so then the last thing I thought we could do is just use them on a card. And I am thinking that I should have a card somewhere. So I decided for this card that I would grab 3 of the medium-sized pieces, and I'm going to add these onto my card. I've decided to use this More Wishes, which is a continuation. I'm pretty sure it's still there. I'm hoping it's still there. But it's a continuation from last year anyway, was what I was going to say. So let's take 1, 2, and 3. And the way that I find easiest to do this sort of thing is to take my middle one and pop that on first, because then I can sort of center it and hope that the other 2 are going to be also centered. So then we'll grab this one, and I'm just going to line them up together like that. And this one. There we go. So then I've got the 3 of those on there. And I thought it would be nice to actually use a little bit of vellum over the top to do my Merry Christmas on. So the vellum I have at the moment is this here, which is the Graceful Greenery vellum. You can see it's got patterns. I've used it before. It's got that pattern, and then it's also got this pattern here. But it also has this white one, which is the one I'm going to focus on using at the moment, because I'd quite like what's underneath to show through rather than having a pattern over top of it. So I was wondering, I don't think, no, sadly, that is just slightly wider. That's a bit of a pity, isn't it? Oh well, that's the way it goes. Let's just measure this up and see what size it is. So let's go with centimetres. So it's actually just about 3 centimetres. If I make it 3.5 centimetres for each one, I reckon I will probably be happy with that. So 3.5 centimetres. We might see if we can fit them both onto the one, actually. Might be able to. That would be good if I can. All right, let's pop that down there. I reckon it actually would look pretty good if I heat embossed it. So I'm just going to grab my heat embosser. So to do my heat embossing, I'm going to use my puffy thing, embossing buddy. There you go, not a puffy thing. And I'm going to be using Versamark because that's the ink that will stay wet for the longest. And in fact, what I might just do is I might pop this on top of here just so that I can see where I'm actually stamping. Excuse my head for a sec. Right, Merry. And let's just pop some copper embossing onto this. Okay, and keep it there. I'll do Christmas in a minute. So there we have Merry, and we shall move on to Christmas. Oh, I was gonna pop it on top of this again. Excuse the head. Oh, oops. Oh, that looks pretty good. Ooh. Just tuck that lot back into there again. Oh, wow, that was clever. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I actually need to get rid of that because otherwise I will be heat embossing that onto my surface as well, and I don't really want to do that. There we go. So the reason I've done them down two separate ends is because I actually do want to cut them in part and have them sort of on different sections of the card. Hopefully that's not... I feel like I may have heat embossed some of my powder onto the my desk surface here. All right, that's dry now. So let's just trim this up. And I reckon I want about that. And take that little piece out. Kind of feel like it's not showing up terribly well. So I'm just wondering what to use around the outside of it, because I do know that if I try and put normal water-based ink around the outsides of it, that it's actually not going to stay on there. It's just going to rub off. So what I might do is I'm going to take my StazOn and just drag this along the edge. I know StazOn will stay on vellum, if it's just given a little bit of time to dry off. And we will just pop that there. Pop a couple of bits away while we're waiting on that drying. This is the way that I check to see whether it's dry, is I just take my scrap paper and I sort of like wipe it along the edge of it. Because if it's not completely dry, you're going to end up with little lines over your card that you really don't want. That's way better. Now I'm happy that it actually shows up on my card. So we're going to say Merry Christmas. Oh, I wonder if I should add my bow into the middle of it. No, we'll use the bow on something separate. And then the other thing I will say with vellum is that you need to be making sure that your glue goes where it's not going to be shown. So what I'm going to do is just take my mat and I'm going to put... I always seem to end up with a Tombow that's almost gone. So I'm just putting my... you can... maybe you can see through that just to see that my glue is only going on the bits of vellum where it's not going to show. And Same thing with the Christmas. But I like the fact that you can actually see the paper, the designer paper through it. And I'll just hang on to it for a sec. All right. So let's just move it all to one side slightly. So that is what I have created so far, just using, oh, and plus this original one as well, which is, you know, kind of looks nothing like it because all the rest of it's Christmassy. Yeah, so hop along to my blog because I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a little bit more with this, and you can have a look and see what else I have created with it. Thank you so much for joining me. What was that? What else should I say? Yeah, share the love. Come and join me next Saturday. All that sort of stuff. And feel free to leave me a comment. Thanks. Bye.